my gosh. How many times have I had to record this because it kept going over 15 minutes? Yeah, mine is not that good of a recording thingamajig. So anyways, hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing Tower of Misery while I tell you a story about me and a really bad friend. And if you ever come across her, don't befriend her. Don't friend her. But don't. Whatever. Just don't be friends with her. Because I'll tell you why. So, there's this girl in my class. We'll call her Bryn. She had just moved from British Columbia. Well, BC, if you want to say it short. So she had moved from BC. I had moved from Manitoba. So we go to the same school and are in the same class. So at the start of the year, she seemed so nice. And being both new kids, I thought we could be friends. And, well, this is how the story started. So we become friends. She's really nice. Come on! Yeah, I know, I was right there, just because of a stupid jump. But so, she and me got along really well. And then I started, and then we started to hang out. So, but I also wanted to meet a few people. I had met a few people, before her, but she seemed really nice, and we liked the same things. So we would hang out, and then I wanted to know this other girl that sat at my table. We'll call her Natalia. So I wanted to be friends with Natalia. Then, coincidentally, Natalia and Bryn were friends. So, Bryn is not an overprotective friend, so this part is, she isn't overprotective in this. So, me and my friends will, tackle each other sometimes. Because we're playing rough. Because I know that grade 6ers do that, especially the boys. But so, yeah. We were both roughhousing, then we were playing rough, and then she fell onto the grass, got up, and, was in pain because she had really hurt something. Because she banged something on the ground. I'm not sure what it was that she hurt. I think it was her rib or something. I'm not sure. But so. And then I'm hugging her gently while she's saying ow. Because I've hurt myself before and I know how it feels. So I'm hugging her gently. Guess who just happens to be coming along? Bryn just happens to be coming. We were friends. I started to notice that her temper was changing a bit. So, yeah, and then Bryn says, "You're hurting her because you're hugging her so tightly, you're hurting her." That's why she's saying, ow. And then Bryn starts hugging Natalia. And guess what? She's squeezing her, and Natalia seems like she can hardly breathe. And Bryn is just trying to be a good friend and, help her. yet she's also being really rude without realizing. So, yeah, and then nobody really apologized for that incident because it was really no one's fault, because Natalia had just fallen and like got hurt. What the heck? So yeah, nobody was blamed. Nobody apologized because it was no one's fault, like I had said. So yeah, and guess what? We're like a few months into the school year, and well, and then we're like maybe 3 months into the school year. We're able to do like supervise the grade 2s, right? So I wanted to supervise my brother's class, and I wanted to do it with McKinley, one of my friends, and Bryn's friends. And Maxine, one of Bryn's friends, and my friends also. Funny, huh? So I wanted to be with those two. Guess who also wanted to be with those two? Bryn. So, you might be asking, why are you so mad at Bryn for nothing? Well, I'm just telling you the start of the story, just to let you know. Because then we get into a group together, and then on the last day we were supervising the grade 2s. Bryn just got mad at me for asking a question. Asked, do you think maybe we could tell the grade 2s that this will be our last day supervising them, because we have been going on to a new class, 3, the grade 3ers. So, I thought they deserved to know since we were supervising them. So, we did, and then Ben started shouting at me. And I guess I started to shout back because I was getting like mad. I was hangry because I forgot my lunch. That day, yeah, I forgot my lunch. And then I was frustrated, and I was also really tired. And I can be like, oh, you don't want to even know how bad I can be when I'm tired and hangry at the same time. You don't even want to know. But so yeah. And then she starts shouting at me. I apparently start shouting back. So yeah. And then we ignore each other. I was really annoyed, so I went to get my water bottle, cool off, and then I came back. And then at the end, like I had suggested telling them, and by tell them like soon, I meant by at the end of lunch. So Bryn said no to that. Bryn got this idea. We should tell the people at the end of lunch, we should tell the people that hug us that we won't be supervising them anymore. And guess who hugged us? Whole class. So yeah. And then 2 people in the class already knew. So yeah. And then but Bryn started shouting at me. I got really mad apparently. So yeah. And then yeah, and then so we had been super, and then in 3C we had 3C was the grade 3ers class, and then 2K was my brother's class, and Kylie, Bryn's little sister's class, and then Ireland, McKinley's little sister's class. So yeah, and then But so yeah, and then we apologized. We were like, fine, normal friend fight. Also, me being really tired and hungry, and her being like frustrated with me for some reason. So yeah, and then so yeah, we apologized, and then it was like and then that's sort of when her she started like her mood started to change, cause then yeah, she just started being ruder. And then this is what happened yesterday. So yeah, and then so yesterday, lunch recess, coming inside to have lunch. Ugh, stupid thing. But so yeah, we're coming in. I'm paying attention to a different conversation with a few different friends. I ask, and then I hear Bryn and her cousin talking. I can't get this. Oof. Oh, that's how. But so I hear her and her cousin talking. Ask, sorry, what did you say? And then she's like, mine? And then she's like, ugh. And then I'm confused because I didn't know what I did wrong, because I just asked a question. So then we come in. I'm taking my boots off in the boot room. Bryn's taking her boots off in the boot room. And she said it like loud enough so I heard, so I'd know. She said, she never minds her own business, and she is so annoying and doesn't have a brain. So yeah, that was meant for me to hear, and I had told her, I'm right here, I can hear you, you know. She's like, I know. You were supposed to hear that, so then I know if you actually could hear and weren't deaf. So yeah, and then I'm annoyed at that point. So then, because then after lunch we had math. Math was getting annoying because guess what? Bryn had but so me and Bryn are like, or in math, she sits right by me, right? And then so I'm looking at the whiteboard as the teacher writes stuff that's really important that'll be on PATs. Are really like our tests to see what we've learned in the past school year. So yeah, I wanted to really know what she meant because I just gotten confused, even though I already learned this stuff. I just couldn't remember it because who wants to learn during summer? Like, who? So I'm gonna have to part 2 coming soon. Bye guys. See you next time. Oh yeah, link down in the description for part 2. Bye.